my thing, you know, because I produced and wrote all of my album. So they're like, yo, man, we're feeling it, we're letting it happen, you know. And usually it'd be like, nah, we need to be with this guy and that guy. So it's been a blessing to be able to do my thing creatively, man. And I think
so that's good, man. When they give you the freedom to, you know what I'm saying, to have your own creativity,
100%.
Do your thing, because you know a lot of labels, they're not really doing that right now.
Nah, nobody's doing that.
So that's a good sign right there.
Yeah.
I was reading up on you too, man, on the website, man. It was saying Interscope caught your eye, caught their eye, like when you was real young.
Yeah, man, I was 17 actually, and we actually ended up signing with them when I was 17, and the dude who signed me, his name was Ron Fair. He was like, you know, running the show over there. Like a week later, he left. So it was like this, you know, we were in this limbo. So we're like, man, we want to leave. But, you know, we signed a 5-album deal. So it was all this stuff we had to, like, legally get done before we could kind of get out of there with, you know, with the songs and stuff. So, you know, after we did that, we ended up meeting with Mark. And then that's how the whole Bystorm RCA thing popped.
So you basically have been in the game for a minute right now.
Yeah, man.
All right, and I see you, I read up on you too. You said that you taught your own self.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
it ain't too many people that's doing that right now.
Nah, I mean, it was really on accident, to be honest, bro. It was like, you know, I was rapping at first, and I didn't have nobody to, like, make the beats that I wanted. You know, I didn't know how to find them, so I just started making them. And at first they were whack, but then you know, they became dope, you know, so it just took time. And then it was like the same with hooks, man. It was like I needed somebody to sing the hook. Yeah. And I had nobody to, you know, sing the hook, and I wanted dope chords, and I had nobody to play them. So I just kind of learned myself, like, you know, survival instinct wise. You know
okay, so basically, you just basically were forced to do your own thing.
Yeah, man.
All right, so at an early age, man, like, who inspired you to, you know what I'm saying, just to even get out, you know what I'm saying, to want to do your thing, like, you know what I'm saying, at an early age, like, who inspired you? Or do you remember?
Oh man, it was Kanye, cause it was.
I was gonna say you sound like. I was gonna ask you, did anybody say you sound like Kanye or Big Sean, like for real?
Oh, that's.
I mean, you got your own tone of voice, but you know what I'm saying, you can tell.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I look up to them cats. I mean, Kanye was like, you know, he was the first person, at least in my generation, that was like rapping about what was happening right in front of him. You know what I mean? And like College Dropout to me was like this kind of like this experience where I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, he's just talking about his grandma's monkey bread, you know? He's talking about, and that was how, you know, my life, you know, I was dealing with the same things. And so for me, it was like, yo, I want to make music like that, like just straight up. And he was producing it, so it was like, man, I want to be that cat, you know? And then as I developed as a man and as an artist, it became my own thing. But just that idea of what he was doing artistically was what I wanted to, you know,
no doubt,
bring into my own stuff.
Okay, so have anyone of them reached out to you? You know what I'm saying? Have they noticed your style or anything, or you know what I'm saying?
We've talked to a couple of them. We talked to the camp, but
okay,
you know, we've been wanting to keep it in house, just at least for the first album, because you know we want it to be just creatively like me.
Let them know you can
so
do it on your own.
Yeah, you know, so it's raw, so the fans feel like it actually just came from me. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. What's up with this this TM? What's this TMRW? What's that? What's that?
Smart Gang. That's
Smart Gang.
Yeah, that's my
movement. So what's up with that?
That's basically it's a movement I started when I first started, and it's basically it's my fan base, but it's more than that. It's like it's people who appreciate dope art. You know what I mean? And it's not so much as about where you're from or you know what you look like or anything, but it's about who you are and what you stand for. And it's basically telling kids to express themselves artistically. You know, it's not just kids, but all type of people. I feel like kids aren't, you know, being taught that they could do that, and it's cool, and it's like you can be cool with it. You know what I mean? Like they don't feel like they can be artistic. They don't feel like they can be themselves, and especially in places that you know most of us haven't even been, like all around the world. So it's like, you know, I wanted to put that in the music and be like, yo, you know, we all different. Like, you know, be cool about it. Like
a lot of people, they don't feel like they can even be emotional with their music. You know what I'm saying? They're scared to let people know like how they really feel. And I seen, I read up on you, and you were like, you're really emotional about your music, real passionate about your music, and you basically just letting the world know who you are as an individual. Yeah,
man, I'm real big about not filtering what I'm writing. Like when I write, I'm just like, whatever comes out, comes out. And if it's like, yo, I'm in the club and I want to get with a chick, then that's what the song is. And if it's like, yo, I'm feeling this, then that's what the song is. You know what I mean? So I don't filter that.
Speaking of chicks, man, what's the wildest thing that happened since you've been on RCA? What's good? What's going on? What's going on that road? What's going on behind the scenes of Luke Christopher?
Man, you know what?
We can't tell. No kiss to tell.
We keep recording. You know, we busy, man. It's like we working. We don't have that luxury yet. We don't. You know what I mean? It's like we trying to still stuff we got to accomplish, man.
Yeah, nothing big, but I know something happened. You know what I'm saying? You talking to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something happened.
Yeah, something, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, really, how much, I'm talking to Tim, because Tim is like, we
Yeah, we sending to Tim. Look, I'm
Tim,
you get him.
Say something,
Tim, you get him, Tim, you know what I'm saying? You hold it.
Nah, man, but I've been in the studio, really, and this is like some of the first times we're coming out. This is only the second radio tour we've done.
Okay.
And a
So
lot
you're
of
making your rounds right now.
Yeah, so we making the rounds. So we haven't been out a lot, but
All right. So other than being artistic, like movies, like reality show, what's going on with you? Like, what's your other talents? Do you just do that? You make beats, you write, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you do?
Yeah, I produce and I write, but outside of music, man, I'm a big basketball player. I love basketball. Football too, but you can't like recreationally play football. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta get the homeboy. Everybody's gonna come out and play football. That don't happen. But basketball, and I love movies. Eventually, I want to score films and write films and do that whole thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, just the homies, man. The Tomorrow Gang back in LA. It's a movement right now. It's kind of like the energy is really flowing out there.
Alright, so I see that you want to, basically once you get your own foot in the game, you know what I'm saying, you want to get back, you want to start your own record label and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Get your own artists up under your belt, you know what I'm saying, up under your umbrella, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, and just continue that Tomorrow Gang, that good music, that authentic stuff.
That's definitely good. A lot of artists, they ain't doing that right now. They get their cell phone, they might put one artist out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they not just putting a, you know what I'm saying, a roster, you know what I'm saying?
And I always feel like when they do that, they choose artists that are like, not intimidating to them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to choose artists that I'm like, I feel competitive with. You know what I mean? So that we have like that make us better thing. And I want to choose different artists too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm planning on a lot of label stuff, man.
So when you stepped in here, man, like I said, I know you had to stop in there with Cool Out when it was at. They had a cake, you know what I'm saying, courtesy of Kel's Cakery. How you like that cake?
Oh, the cake was crazy, son. The cake was dope.
You seen your face and everything on the cake?
Like, is that even edible? It was like a literal, like somebody took a picture and like posted it on the cake.
And it is edible, man.
It's delicious.
Okay, all right. Shouts out to Kel's Cakery. They did that. My girl Kelly. Okay, he taking the bite right now. We're going to put that on the website right there. So y'all make sure y'all look at the website, 1019 online, and check out my man Luke Christopher eating that cake. Once again, shouts out to Kel's Cakery. That's Kelly Hammonds and my girl Felicia Inc. Aubrey, and she the one that did the design for you on the cake. Nice. And I was asking her the same thing, like, is that edible? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is that a piece of paper on the cake or
That's
not?
what I was saying. She's a talented cakestress.
All right, that's what it is. All right, man, before we get into this new single, man, Lifestyles, man, tell them how they can follow you. Instagram, Twitter, your website, you know, to let them know how they can follow you.
Yeah,
man. Follow the movement.
Yeah, well, first of all, first single, Life Jacket's coming out. It's out, it's playing. And Twitter is Luke Chris Music with a Z. Instagram is AY Luke Christopher. So follow me, man. It's interesting stuff.
All right. Life Jacket, before we get into it, man, like give me like a brief summary. Like what's that about? Like what's going on with that?
Life Jackets is kind of conceptual track. It's about it's about the beginning of a relationship, and it's like, one person doesn't want to commit and the other person is like riding on commitment and really wants that, and it's about that feeling of like, I like where we at, but if it goes any further, it's not, you can't hold me responsible. It's basically that. It's basically that. Right?
I like that.
What I mean?
Sound like me. All right, man. With a pleasure, man. Go ahead and introduce your new single, man.
Yeah, man. Luke Christopher, Life Jackets. Check it out.